Hey there YouTube, it's your boy, B3, back with another kicking action figure review. Today we have a figure that I was very excited about when it was announced, and it seemed to come out pretty quickly as well. It is Two-Face as Batman from Batman Reborn, and it's from the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. Now, I don't have any of the Hush Batman figures, despite that being my favorite Batman story, and I do really want the blue one. Wasn't interested in it in black. But I'm pretty positive this is the Hush Batman mold, repainted with a new head slapped on it. Maybe a new hand, because they did sculpt a coin here. There's no face on the coin. So Two-Face's coin doesn't have faces. But I mean, at least he has a coin hand, I guess. But yeah, this seems to mostly be a retooled, very slightly retooled Hush Batman, which is kind of fine, to be honest, because the head sculpt, the new head sculpt, is quite good. And I really like what they did with all the purple paint on him in this here. I do have all that Grant Morrison, Tony S. Daniel, Batman Reborn, Battle for the Cowl stuff. And I actually did really want the DC Collectibles, DC Direct figure of this guy when it came out, and it's just, I never got it, and it's been so expensive since then, so I'm very glad McFarlane gave us a new one, despite the fact that it's very clearly just, hey, what Batman characters could we make with the parts that we have? Because he seems to mostly care about Batman, and mostly cares about repaints. But, I mean, it is a good body mold. You know, I do think that. I actually really like the cape. I really like how this cape is sculpted a lot, how it seems to be blowing that direction. And then it has this one part that's sculpted to fold over. I really like that. I really like that. So, that's cool. Once again, I like the purple details. Raised bat symbol, not just painted on. That's always fun. And look at the head here. In addition to the grizzly face, you can see you kind of have this straight bat ear on the Harvey Dent side, and then this almost devil horn-like bat ear on the Two-Face side. I'm pretty sure this is an accident. I don't think this was intentional. I think I'm giving McFarlane Toys too much credit with that, but if it was intentional, great design work, guys. Alright, so this guy was one of those figures that's all posed up in packaging, so he had some warped bits. Some of them I've fixed, some of them I haven't. Like, see, I'm having a hard time getting these back in the shape, but I got his legs back in the shape pretty fine. Oh well, I hate that. I hate when they pose them up and they get all warped. Just have him standing straight up in the box. I mean, come on. It's an adult collectible, not a kid's toy. I would understand that more for a kid's toy, but I actually kind of see that less for kids' toys often. It's so weird. Maybe it's a way to show how articulated they are, as if we can't see the cuts, but whatever. Speaking of articulation, got a lot of good movement on the head. A lot of great movement on the head, actually. Really enjoying that. You've got, you know, these joints in the arms, which don't move as far as I feel like they should. And you got up and down, forward and back, bicep swivel, double elbow bend here, forward and back on the wrists, as well as a rotation. You know, a lot of torso movement, some waist movement, but it's not really as necessary when your torso does that, you know? And then you can see, because like his legs were raised in packaging, so now it looks like he's got little elf shorts on, because they're permanently raised up like that. Oh well. But I do like the kind of soft plastic booties McFarlane gives its figures, because then you can stick their legs back, unlike a lot of Marvel Legends and like Lightning Collection figures from Hasbro. I like how NECA and McFarlane have these rubber coverings so that you can actually put their legs backwards. But you also got, you know, forward and inside and out as well. A bit of a rotation there too. Double knee bend, as you can clearly see here. Nothing on the boot, nothing on the thigh, obviously. Up and down on the feeties. You know, you got your rotation and your little toe beans. Very fun. Let me fix that. There we go. So yeah, I like the articulation on him. I like the detail in paint. I like the sculpt, even though most of it's reused. Now let's go into accessories. Now, I've already kind of pointed out the coin hand, and he's also got a fist hand here. But he has two more hands for each arm. You've got kind of an open hand here which is basically the same as this open hand. The fingers are slightly different, and this one has the coin sculpted on it. But you could have an open hand there too. He also has a holding hand for this side. Just a holding hand. And then for the red side, you have another holding hand. And a fist hand. Now, the fist hands and the open hands, I have no real problem with. Kind of wish there was a face sculpted on that coin, but I also kind of get why there's not, you know, despite the fact that these figures' prices are going up and they're getting worse. But, he commits what I consider one of the greatest action figure sins, and that is coming with holding hands, but nothing to hold. That is pointless. That's pointless. Why would you do that? Is it not a waste of, like, oh, well, they already had these sculpted from a previous figure. Yeah, but it's still a waste to include them with him, right? If he doesn't have anything to hold, oh, well, he can hold accessories from another figure. Why would I do that? Why not just give him a revolver? Just give him a handgun. Two-Face is famous for his handguns. His 2 guns, bitch. You remember? Classic. So I give him these. Or, better yet, give him like a coin flipping hand. A coin... I would... Look, if I had a coin flipping hand, I would probably... I would actually definitely have it on him. Because my only other Two-Face figure that I have in my collection right now has a coin flipping hand, and that is exactly what I display him with, because he's effing Two-Face, and he should have a coin flipping hand as an adult collectible. Give your Two-Faces coin flipping hands. It's kind of like his main thing, so if you don't have it, you basically just have a guy with facial scars. And then, come on. It's fine if it would have been fine if he came with 1 or 2 pistols. These, I wouldn't have complained about these at all. But once again, that's one of the biggest action figure sins to me, is to give him someone holding hands and nothing to hold. And that's not all the accessories, that's just all his personal ones, because he does come with the regular stand, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with his stand. It's got a little DC on it. Eventually, I bet they stop putting those on there and they just give us the black one, and then they'll take it away entirely, I'm sure. But they also give them the trading cards. Now, this is what I like these trading cards to look like. Honestly, I could live without them, but I do like them. I'm a big trading card collector too. And I like this trading card a lot. See, it's actual comic art of the character. Right? For a while, they were giving us like product shots of the action figures. I hated that. That was so boring. I don't need a picture of the action figure to come with the action figure. Alright? I have the figure. But I'm loving this comic art. I think he was holding Dick Grayson Batman in this image, in this comic art or something. Yeah, I can kind of see. Maybe it was Bruce. I think it was Dick, though. Whatever. There's the penny. Used to be penny pinchers, now it's associated with Two-Face. It's good art. And you see he doesn't have the one curved devil horn, which is, you know, why I said it's probably a mistake. And then here's, you know, some info on that. If you want to just kind of pause and read that. I don't feel like reading it to you. I mean, it's Two-Face. Most of us probably know what's up with Two-Face. Here's the thing, though. This read-up, it's just kind of a generic. It's just Two-Face's origin. I would have preferred a read-up specifically about why he's in a bat suit and etc. You know? I would have preferred specifically a read-up about this point in Two-Face's history. I don't want to say story, history. But it's just a generic Two-Face write-up. So he's like, oh, well, if you want to release another Two-Face figure, I bet you anything that'll be slapped, that same exact one word for word will be slapped on the back. But yeah, it seems like McFarlane is caring more about the cards. Now a lot of these figures include a stand for the card, which makes the figure cost $10 more for some reason. Can you tell I'm kind of fed up with McFarlane? But I keep buying them, so I guess I'm just part of the problem. But I know I'm complaining a lot about things, But I do like this figure. A lot, actually. I think it looks great. I think it moves well. The accessories could be better. But he is cool. So now we're going to get into size comparisons. Let's put Harvey Dent right here. And bring in a few more DC Comics figures. Now, let's look at him with another Batman. Huh? Are you interested in that? You better be, because it's about to happen. Here he is with Batman from the Flash movie, the Multiverse Keaton one. Got him a little bit before this guy just because I found him in the wild and I knew he was going for like $50 online, so I was like, I want a Keaton Batman and I'm looking at this guy for retail price, might as well get him. Haven't reviewed him yet, but I do think he looks good with the Two-Face. Obviously, you know, the movie and comic figures clash in many ways, design-wise and often proportion-wise, but I still think it looks pretty cool, you know? Let's move him away. And is there another DC figure I just happen to have with me? Oh yeah, there does appear to be. Here he is with another Flash movie figure that I got recently but have yet to review. Supergirl. I actually haven't seen the Flash movie. I just like collecting Kryptonians a lot. And she has a really good look to her, I think. I think she seems fine with him as well. I think that looks good, don't you? Now, I think next up, I actually want to show something a little different here. Okay, so I am going to pull her away. And then I'm going to show him with a Spawn figure. This is just the deluxe Spawn that comes as a throne, also from McFarlane Toys. I just feel like with these McFarlane figures, I just need to show him with a Spawn, because Spawn is his dude, you know? And I think they look great together. Plus, Spawn has had, what, 3 crossovers of Batman now, I think? I have the, like, 2 from the 90s or whatever, but I haven't read the new one. It looked cool, though. So, yeah, I think they look really cool together. Really cool together, actually. It's quite nice. Let's remove Spawn. And I want to show him with one more figure. This one's actually from NECA, but it is in the same scale. This might surprise you, but trust me, it makes sense. It is the Phantom. I actually love this figure. This is the original Superheroes version of the Phantom, not the Defenders of the Universe. I don't know. I never watched that cartoon. But I do like old pulp the Phantom. And the Phantom's, you know, skin-tight kind of spandex is what inspired Batman and other superheroes' skin-tight spandex. And he's apparently the one that also inspired the clear white eyes, like you can see here on Two-Face and often see on Batman. So I just wanted to show him with the Two-Face since he's kind of an inspiration for the look Two-Face is adopting here. And they actually look really cool together as well. So, you know, these original superheroes will go well with your McFarlane stuff. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman Reborn Two-Face as Batman? He looks really cool. He moves well. But McFarlane pays too much attention to Batman. You might as well have just had a Batman line at this point. He just pays too much attention to Batman. I'm glad there's not like a lot of Build-A-Figures from McFarlane these days. They kind of just seem to do it when they feel like it, and they prefer to do Mega-Figs, which I prefer. I would rather just pay a little more for a bigger figure than have to build one or buy parts on eBay. So, at the end of the day, I do like this figure. Could he be better? Yeah, I mean, I think reusing parts for this guy is fine, because the main things that you would need are new head and new hands, but we didn't really get the new hands, but we do have an excellent head sculpt, and the paint's pretty good, I think. I like him. I like the figure, I just wish he had better accessories. That's my main thing. Alright, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out the links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. I'm just so used to saying Facebook, Twitter, etc., but I'm not on Facebook anymore. So there isn't going to be a Facebook, but there will be Twitter or X, whatever. Who cares? That's it. Thank you all once again. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.